European agency proposes tougher medical checks for pilots. Berlin, AP. The European Aviation Safety Agency on Tuesday proposed tougher medical examinations for pilots, including better mental health assessments, in response to last year's Germanwings crash. Pilot Andreas Lubitz locked his captain out of the cockpit and flew a plane into a French mountainside on March 24, 2015. All 150 people on board Flight 9525 from Barcelona to Dusseldorf were killed. Annual checkups required of all pilots currently concentrate on their physical rather than mental conditions. The EASA acknowledged that currently aeromedical assessments do not include systematic psychological assessment. Therefore, psychological deficiencies may remain undetected. The agency also called for improving the training, oversight and assessment of aeromedical examiners. It said that, in an effort to prevent any attempts at fraud, centers that conduct such checks should be required to report any incomplete medical assessments to authorities. The plan now goes to the European Union's Executive Commission, which is to draw up proposed rules later this year. French air accident investigators called in March for new measures to keep pilots from hiding mental health issues. The country's BEA Air Accident Agency recommended more frequent and deeper monitoring of pilots with histories of mental health issues. Lufthansa, the parent company of Germanwings, has said Lubitz informed its flight school when he returned from a months-long break in pilot training in 2009 that he had experienced an episode of severe depression. The airline has said he subsequently passed all medical tests. Lubitz's relapse appeared to begin around 4 months before the crash. According to the French report, Lubitz consulted dozens of doctors about perceived vision troubles and sleeplessness. One doctor prescribed antidepressants, including a medication that includes suicidal tendencies as a possible side effect. Another doctor referred Lubitz to a psychiatric clinic 2 weeks before the crash, suspecting a potential psychotic episode. Lubitz reported none of this to Germanwings or Lufthansa. Neither did the doctors. In Germany, doctors can face a fine or up to a year in prison for breaching patient confidentiality, though the rules allow them to do so in order to safeguard a higher-ranking legally protected interest, which isn't defined more precisely. Last week, after 2 attacks were committed in Germany in July by men who had received past psychiatric treatment, Interior Minister Thomas de Maizière said the government would discuss with doctors ways to minimize dangers to citizens as far as possible. He stressed that patient confidentiality rules would be upheld. The EASA opinion released Tuesday didn't address patient confidentiality other than to point to a previous recommendation that national regulations ensure that an appropriate balance is found between patient confidentiality and the protection of public safety.